Hey guys, we're going to be going back to the Chronicle battle for Tetra. This time we're going for a budget run, all missions, 3 turns or less. We're only using mostly old units. We are going to use Laswell Reagan to carry the fight. You can replace them with any Brave XVS finisher you want, like Sky is a wonderful choice. As you saw from the first video, Yigni can totally carry this. We're going to go with this team. It's going to be relatively cheap, no STMRs unless they were free, etc. Let's get in here and do it, and then I'll show the team and explain it. So the boss is a fairy weak to thunder, so we're going to use thunder damage. So to start off, Elena is going to triple. We're going to imbue thunder. We're going to, let's see, battle insight and way of the aurora. The battle insight is just for a small break on the boss. Wait for this to finish. Alright, Regina is going to, let's see here, just cast anti-fairy module for the killer, which allows Zahn to reflector. We're going to critical on Regina, we're going to elemental on Elena, and we're going to spread those buffs to the party. Wait for this to finish. Alright. Laswell Reagan in the base form is going to just triple. We're going to complete Awakening and double Gleaming to fill LB gauge. And then Charlotte is going to Aegis Banishment to magical cover as well as break the boss and give us mitigation. Zahn is provoking. Charlotte is wearing fire and wind resist. Alright, so now we can deal some damage. We're a little bit low on LB gauge, which is fine. We can entrust over to Charlotte, and then we can, let's see, Healing Glory to fill LB gauge. Or, I'm sorry, we entrusted to Laswell Reagan, not Charlotte. We're shifting Laswell using LB. Elena is going to Piercing and double Salvation, and Zahn will triple. We're going to Thief and double bolting. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and chain this. Wait just a second. And then, boom, Laswell Reagan. Did the majority of the damage there, as you can see. Let's see, Regina. We were a little bit lowish on crystals. That was kind of unfortunate. Well, whatever. Regina will just, bar Farega, I guess. I don't know. She served her purpose, basically. Okay. So we should be good here, I think. There's some resistances, wind and fire. Let's see. Charlotte will double here. We got really unfortunate in those LB drops. I guess let's just entrust. Okay, we got it, barely. I guess if you get really unlucky on crystal drops, just rerun the fight and hope to get some more drops on either Charlotte or Laswell. But we did get enough, and Regina, is just literally doing nothing. And Elena is going to salve Piercing, while Zahn will just triple Bolting. And we're going to cap it. So let's go ahead and do this. Wait for it. Cap. Boom. There it is, all missions with the cheapy team. Let me show you the gear after the fact. Let's see a damage breakdown first, but obviously we're going to know Laswell Reagan severely carried that fight. Elena, I'm guessing Elena did maybe 20%, Laswell Reagan did 80%. So it is a little tricky if you don't have any Brave XVS finishers at all. Oh yeah, 3 times more damage than Laswell Reagan. So I guess it was more like 66-30. No, I'm horrible at math. We're just going to move along. Let me go ahead and show you the gear real quick. That was all missions in 3 turns. Okay, so, and again, we didn't use any kind of STMRs or anything, unless it was completely free. So, Charlotte, she was chosen because she can magical cover as well as entrust. You technically don't really need magical cover. The boss does very low damage. You can replace her with any entruster that can do wind and fire resist on turn 1. So some good options would be, I guess Lotus Mage Fina could do Divine Veil as well as her mitigation on turn 1 for resist and mitigation, then she can entrust on turns 2 and 3. But anyway, the boss has a 50% in peril, so she's using a little bit low on fire, but she had 150 wind and 130 fire. 150 to both would be better if you could get it. As you see, her spirit is very, very low. The boss does pretty low damage as long as you break the boss, so it's fine. No STMRs. We did have auto-cast shell from this. Just some resistance gear. A little bit of LB per turn fill. She had 11 LB per turn to entrust a little bit easier. Regina, I mean, I geared her for healing, like the Tome of Lakshmi and the Holy Wand, because I figured maybe we might need healing on Charlotte. We didn't, so irrelevant. She could have been completely naked. She was here for one purpose, her enhanced Fairy Killer, which is 200% Fairy Killer physical, which we stole and spread to Lasso Reagan. Lasso Reagan, base form, LB fill, Dragon's Brush, Call of the Wild, a lot of percent fill to try to get some crystals on turn 1. So 12 LB per turn, 800% fill rate, and we are using a source of auto amplify to Thunder for a little bit of bonus damage. This may not have been needed. It was a free item. I figured why not. So we're wearing the spell daggers for that. Shift form is using a sword because Elena is doing Sword in Peril. Also the Longinus because it is a good Fairy Killer source. So free gear, not free gear, cheap gear, no STMRs. So, you know, Dark Visions, trial reward, etc. Again, free equipment and cheap equipment. And then there we go. And then he's got, I think, maxed everything. A little low in LB damage. 280 LB damage and 300% Fairy Killer in the shift form. And he carried the damage. Zahn, passive provoke with Moogle Charm. Danger gets the blood pumping, and Moogle Plushie. All three of these are permanent items. They're not STMRs. So passive provoke, very easy. Full evasion and using his TMR for a triple cast. And yeah, he did spreading buffs and he chained Bolting Strike on turn 2 and 3. And then Elena, just a bill. I guess using the Magistr's Crown could kind of like raise eyebrows. Is this really budget? It's not critical. She didn't do that much damage anyway. But other than that, cheap gear. You know, just killers and Fairy Killer. You know, her own STMR, which is obviously a given if she's Neovision's Awakening. And there we go. So we've got 300 Fairy Killer, and yeah, there it is. There was the clear. So replacements. Honestly, this whole team is super cheap. Like, people should have all this. Everyone should have Elena. By now, everyone should have Zahn. Regina is 5 years old. Hopefully everybody has at least one of her. You can enhance her killer buff. Charlotte is maybe questionable. You can replace, like I said, you can replace her with anyone that can entrust. So Lasso Reagan can pop off 2 LBs in a row. And Lasso Reagan, he is the big damage dealer here. And again, Sky, Ibarra could probably carry this as well. I'm not sure, but Ibarra is really good against fairies. She might be a little bit slow though for a 3-turn clear. I'm not entirely sure. Yigni, as we saw from my first video. I'm not really thinking of a whole lot of other great Brave Exvius damage dealers to do it in 3 turns. I don't know. I guess take your best damage dealer and give it a go. So I will see you next time.